Hey yo, what the fuck is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do a debate y'all want me to do, which is Sailor Moon versus Son Goku. Now, I do want to apologize for people who talk about, oh, Goku is not really this weak, he's actually stronger than that. I like to deeply apologize with that. Okay, I don't know much about Dragon Ball, okay? I just know the abilities, what they can do and stuff like that. But in terms of cosmology, that in itself is a whole nother conversation, okay? But in this video, I will try my hardest to understand the universe of Dragon Ball and it's because of cosmology, right? So, for instance, right, we know that Goku should be easily past solar system level, even reaching maybe multi-solar system level at the end of Dragon Ball Z. Now there was some conversation about, oh, what about when Cell in its perfect form was stated to have infinite power, which is coincides with Toriyama stating that you can't measure power levels from a certain point. Well, even though the elder Mori stated that Cell can destroy the entire universe, and Cell stated that he will bring end to everything or turn into darkness of space with nothing remaining. Like, come on, are we really gonna just highball or just wank Cell to be universal? No. Now, yeah, the anime is completely different than the manga. We know about that. It's completely different. The manga is completely different. You can even scale Majin Buu then to be able to destroy the universe, right? Like, come on. Now, the universe has been stated to be infinite in size, where there be infinite number of galaxies, right? Now, the issue with that is that if the universe was truly infinite, there would be no edge or other statement proving that the universe wouldn't be infinite, seeing as it's stated to have an edge or center. It's been stated that when these in these data books, it has the edges of the universe. So is it really infinite? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seems contradicted. Just like, correct me in the comments, all right? Correct me in the comments about that. So basically, yeah, he should be multi-solar system up to galaxy. Yes, galaxy level, easily. At the end of Dragon Ball Z. Now in Dragon Ball Super, right, he should be far higher than that, because we know if you're a Super Saiyan, you have a 50 times multiplier above that, because he's easily above Perfect Cell and Frieza. So other than that, we also have the fact that Super Saiyan 3 Goku can fight against Fat Buu, who could destroy the universe, right? So allegedly destroy the universe. That's the one I was talking about, right? The one I was talking about. You could take that with a grain of salt, but if y'all really want to do that, then that will get him to Universal Plus. So, with that being said, let's move on to Super Saiyan God arc, right? When Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus fought and was going to turn the universe into an empty void. It was going to destroy the worlds beyond such the Kaishan realms, which is separated by space-time. And Universe 7 houses multiple universal-sized realms. Now, Goku was able to absorb the Super Saiyan God power into his regular Super Saiyan form. And he was able to destroy his Beerus energy ball in base form, which was going to destroy the planet, of course, which Super Saiyan form could not do. Now, yeah, he just did it with a burst of power, and he did run out of energy afterwards. But that would give him, if you want to be technical about the whole universal cosmology, right, that would get him to low multiversal ranges of strength. But you can take that also with a grain of salt. I think he's just Universal Plus, right? That's what I think. I think he's Universal Plus with that strike. Well, when he was strong. But if you want to highball it, you get him to low multiversal easily, and maybe to multiversal ranges, like borderline multiversal, because he even when Super Saiyan 3, he was to be 400 times stronger than before, and even in Super Saiyan Blue was a 10 times increase than the Kaioken. Right, these are with transformations, right? With the Kaioken and stuff like that. These are with transformations. Kaioken, like we know that the Kaioken times 10 on top of Super Saiyan Blue make him at least 1,000 times stronger than before. So yeah, you could get him to multiversal ranges or higher. So like, yeah, that's the best we can go here, is him reaching multiversal ranges. Now, in terms of speed, he's easily faster than Light Plus. Easily. Right? Oh, he's massively faster than Light with the Kaioken in Super Saiyan, because, you know, 20 times faster than Kaioken. If you want to take Vegeta's word for it, the higher your ki, the faster you are. You know, there's that. He was able to fight against Perfect Cell, who's stronger and faster than Vegeta, who can have his ki blast reach an hour space in seconds. I'm not really sure, like, from the planet to outer space in seconds is considered being massively faster than light, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now, he fought against a suppressed Beerus with the shockwaves in their fights throughout the universe in this very short time frame. This right here, okay, people, do not count this for speed, okay? The shockwaves are doing it. Doesn't mean Goku himself are as fast as shockwaves. Now, don't use that as speed. Please don't. Please don't. It does not count. Even Death Battle did that stupid shit. Do not do that. No, just don't do that. Okay. We just know that he's massively faster than Light Plus. All right, he can get to like thousands or millions or a quadrillion times speed of light. You could, however y'all interpret it, he can be that, right? He can do that. Now, some people like to wang a Goku, like, oh, he should be comparable to Beerus because he could somewhat keep up with Whis, who crossed from Universe 7 to Universe 10 and back, which is an infinite distance, and was clearly stated to not the result of teleportation by Goku. Stupid. Do not use that. That's like, oh, he can somewhat keep up. No, Whis is not even trying. Don't even try to do that. He's not trying. If he really wanted to try, he would speed blitz the fuck out of Goku. Don't use that as an infinite speed feat. Especially, don't even use incalculable speeds because, oh, he can move into the infinite void or the universe that got erased. No. It's very inconsistent, and do not use it. Okay? Do not use it. Alright, people. I have gotten Jake the Snake in here. So pretty much he's going to discuss more about Goku and his you know, scaling and stuff, because I don't want to butcher anything about Goku. So I'm gonna let you take away on this one.
Okay, hello guys. Just a quick disclaimer for the video. Since you'll see in the later where Omega puts Sailor Moon, I'm just making this more fair for Goku. So I normally do not have him at these levels, so don't think this is wank. I'm just doing this for the sakes of the video and the sakes of making the matchup fair. Just like how Omega would make anything fair for, like, Luffy, for example. Come on, now, you can't do unfair debates. There'd be no point.
Right.
But, as I was going, okay. So for this video, I'm going to be highballing Goku, at least to his max, in my opinion. Obviously, we've seen Goku in the Battle of Gods arc. First time using God Ki, which is a different source of Ki. Now with God Ki, people who do not have God Ki cannot be sensed. So if you are a mortal, you cannot be sensed by the user with God Ki. And it's basically Goku and Beerus, we're going to destroy the entire macrocosm, which is a infinite universe with heaven, hell, otherworld, living universe stated to be infinite, even with the hyperbolic time chamber being stated to be an endless dimension where time and space flows different. And basically Goku and Beerus, we're going to destroy it all. Now, there is a scan, which I will bring up right now, is that basically it says that, if I'm correct, the heavens transcend. Actually, hold on. Let me pull up my document. That's they were going to destroy this all. Okay, here we go. Okay, basically, basically Goku and Beerus were fighting, and they were going to destroy the entire universe. Now, I will send the scans to Omega, but there are scans, which I will read the translations. The darkness that stretches out into infinity and illuminate galaxies in universe, and infinite space filled with light and darkness. Basically, there's infinite amount of space within the living universe, and galaxies illuminate some of it. But there are places in the living universe not even light can reach. Yakon would be an example. The galaxies within are infinitely expanding. The infinitely expanding universe is determined mainly by the direction that each king manages, and the place managed by the kings is supervised by the king of the world and the gods of the north, south, east, and west manage the universe. Ultimately, the great king god is supposed to oversee the whole world, but the living universe itself is infinite. Each Kaio can expand their quadrant infinitely, but having attacks that reach all throughout the living universe would be an infinite distance. And another scan with that, I will read this translation. An endless space that envelops all the celestial bodies that exist in this world. And another translation I will be reading. A higher than the heavens, transcending dimensions that cannot be seen from the human world. The gods of the heavenly realm, who transcends dimensions that cannot be seen from the human world, look down on all the world from this place, from this earth, looking down on this world. And another one, I'll be reading the various Kaio govern the infinitely expansive universe of the living world. This is primarily determined by the cardinal direction, while the Dao Kao serves as a general manager of the places south, east, and west govern the overall universe. Ultimately, the Dao Kenshin supervises the universe in itself entirely. Another one that I will be reading, much of the action in Dragon Ball Z takes place on Earth, or in the higher dimensions of the other world, but the Frieza saga is unique in that it takes place in vast reaches of outer space. Another one too, for the hyperbolic time chamber, it's that Super Saiyan 3 thing from before. It's also a technique you should only use in the afterlife. In this world where time exists, it uses too much energy and you get completely exhausted at all at once. And let me try to go over some stuff real quick. Basically, the two scans I proved where the other world is a different timeline, also that transcends the living universe. And the living universe should at least be fourth dimensional, and the other world transcends it, making it fifth dimensional. And basically, in one of the episodes, Goku and Beerus were punching so hard that their shockwaves were going to engulf the entire infinite macrocosm and destroy it all. Basically, Elder Kai states the entire universe will end up breaking if those two clash into each other just a couple more times, and the universe itself will be turned into an empty void. While the statement comes from Elder Kai, and it's somewhat true, it is heavily taken out of context and misinterpreted. To Elder Kai, the shockwave only appeared to be getting stronger the further they went, because of a reason which was revealed later in the episode. To debunk some points real quick, but Earth was not destroyed, therefore debunked. The shockwaves were growing stronger the further they went, so it doesn't count. While the statement comes true from Elder Kai and is somewhat true, it is heavily taken out of context and misinterpreted. Also, Goku knew about the collateral damage the shockwaves were causing. That's why he was trying to perfect the nullification technique in the first two tries. Since it was not perfected during the first two punches, the residential energy, which was not nullified in the clash, resulted in the generation of the shockwaves. Basically, this was Goku's first time using Super Saiyan God, and then we literally see in the episode where Goku obviously is fighting Beerus in only Super Saiyan, and Beerus states, which I will look for. Beerus states, okay, Beerus, I don't have the exact statement, but hold up, bro. Basically, Beerus states that Goku absorbed this power into his Super Saiyan and his base form, and basically his base form, and destroyed this fifth dimensional macrocosm. And hold on. But basically, Goku Goku and Beerus were going to do all of this in only his first time. So they were going to destroy a fifth, even a sixth dimensional plane, infinite universe. And Goku can do this in just base form. Now later on, we obviously Goku gets stronger from this. We see him unlock Super Saiyan Blue, and we obviously see Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, and UI, Ultra Instinct Omen, True Ultra Instinct, and obviously Mastered Ultra Instinct. And for Goku, he can destroy you on a atomic level, which I have proved. He does have actually some type of resistance to reality warping. Basically, he did resist being brought back to life by the Dragon Balls, which the Dragon Balls themselves are basically reality warpers, and Goku denied it. And Goku has existence erasure. Obviously, with the Kai, he can destroy your soul, he can remove you from time temporarily, or he can just erase you physically. He has shown to not use this fully correct, but it was still able to work on Zamasu, so he still can do it. Also, he has key mimicry, he can copy other key attacks, he has key manipulation, he has his Saiyan biology allows him to get stronger after, in the middle of fights, or even by near death. He has light manipulation with obviously the solar flare and the solar flare times 100. He has instant transmission, which can instant teleport from planet to planet instantaneously. He has shockwave manipulation. He has telekinesis, which he can use his telekinesis to move his attacks, like his Kamehameha, for example. Let's just say you dodge his Kamehameha, he can use his telekinesis to make the Kamehameha follow you. He has telepathy, the ability to read minds, after image technique. He has energy barriers that basically protects him from poison or any types of deadly substances or gases. And he can actually use these barriers as like a force field or like a bubble. So like, let's just say if Goku were to like be thrown into outer space, he could use this energy barrier to like prevent himself from basically like dying with no air. He has pressure point techniques. Obviously, he has flight. He has the evil containment wave. It can trap his opponent in eternity in a little bottle. He does have regeneration with his God Key. He can hold specific parts of his body and heal it. He does have resistance to high temperatures, cold temperatures, like absolute zero temperatures. He has resistance to mind control and mind manipulation. He has resistance to illusions, resistance to existence erasure. He has resistance to reality warping. He has resistance to being affected in the upper atmosphere and space. And he has obviously resistance to poison manipulation. And for that, Goku, obviously we see him later on fight Zamasu, which Infinite Zamasu was fusing with basically the timelines. And basically he was doing what Solaris did in Sonic 06, but just slapped with Dragon Ball on it. And then just to highball Goku, Goku with his highball does have infinite / arguably immeasurable speed. Obviously, with his battle with Hit, he was moving with him in time. And plus, even with Hit, when he uses time stop, which is stated that when he does use the time skip, time does stop, he was able to break through it by just punching it. Obviously, this is actually consistent since we do see Jiren fight Hit, and Vados does state that Jiren himself surpasses time, so Hit couldn't really do anything. And Goku later on fights this exact Jiren and beats him to the point where Jiren's laying on the ground. And then obviously with Goku Swarms, they each increase his stats, like his speed, basically every stat of him. And Goku at this with this highball should be 5th dimensional to 6th dimensional with infinite to immeasurable speed, with his AP obviously being 6th dimensional or 5th dimensional. And I explained the taxes, and yeah.
All right. All right, so that
this is with highball
Goku.
People. So
Yeah.
I don't think this is our having, so chill out.
Right, this is highballing. This ain't wanking. Just hoard y'all horses. Some people are probably going to agree like this is like actually fact, but hey.
I mean, you could argue it actually, which I've seen arguments for it. Which some of them are actually pretty good, but some of them are bad. You know?
Yeah, some of them are straight up terrible. Like, oh my goodness. All right,
so let's see how this highball Goku can do against Sailor Moon.
All right, so for Sailor Moon, let's get her out of the way because she it's too much to explain. So I was just gonna break it down to simplistic form. I'm not calling out simple, minor, or simple, whatever. But look, she has a lot of shit, and there's a lot of shit to go over. So Usagi, or Usagi, that's her name. So Usagi is the reincarnation of the ancient princess of the solar system. Now, pretty much the princess seniority in the modern era of Sailor Moon, or she is the modern era of Sailor Moon, meaning, yeah, she's a reincarnation after all. That makes more sense. And she's the leader of the Sailor Senshi, which is, you know, consisting of other sailors like herself, which is the guardians of the solar system. Now, she is the bearer of the Silver Crystal, which is basically the ultimate force of creation within the cosmos, and battles the incarnations of chaos, which is the ultimate evil, who wish to claim the Silver Crystal to destroy the entire cosmos. Now, let's just go over what the fuck she can do, because like, all right, let's go over his, you know, her scalings and shit like that. So, since she's the ruler of the solar system, she, of course, by the end of the first arc, has the same power as she would have during the second arc, considering the degree of her power increases that she will be likely in the range of solar system. She was already large star level because she was able to, you know, use the silver crystal's energy that can be freely used by anything but the true hearer. Nonetheless, had her power, and it fell into the wrong hands, so it casually blew apart a fucking star. So yeah, it just casually just blew that shit away. Who knows what this thing is truly capable of, but it's self-explanatory itself. She's above planetary, above star level. She should be reaching solar system level. Now she should be stronger than the first arc Sailor Mercury, who created a 4D spatial bubble that prevented collateral damage and had to use the full power of the Silver Crystal to fight Queen Merida, which is consistently called Infinite within the first arc alone. This is the very first arc, and she already high universal. Holy shit, high universal in the first arc of the series. What the fuck? Like, she already broke it already. Now, going to further arcs, Sailor Moon was bestowed the power of the Neo Queen scenario that can literally warp space and time, and piercing even to the far reaches of space and time itself, and is relative to Black Lady, whose birth created a chaos in the space-time greater than anything before. So that would give her to be reaching universal plus levels of power. So she's low multiversal. Well, she's lower than low multiversal. You could say it's in the range of multiversal. Now, it's been stated that she has an intentional Hinshi into Super Sailor Moon, which releases tens of thousands of times the powers than that of the Tiron crystal within its peak. Now, while a Tiron crystal that is dying out has an infinite power similar to base Sailor Moon's, and by the end of the third arc, Super Sailor Moon has enough power to grant 7 other Sailor Moons or Sailor Senshi to their super forms before even getting stronger super form in the 4th arc beyond any power she has had ever before. And it's likely relative to base Sailor Moon, whose power was going to at least reduce the Taiyo dimension to silence and nothingness, and would have threaten the main dimension if Pluto had not sealed off that dimension, meaning that she was threatening to destroy at least 2 dimensions, making that at least low multiversal. Low multiversal. Damn, as Super Sailor Moon, that's crazy. And she has even more forms than that. Now we got over the low multiversal stuff. Let's just move on to her most powerful, right? Now, pretty much, Eternal Sailor Moon's full power was stated by both Galactica and Sailor Cosmos to be able to destroy the entire galaxy Calydron. The entire galaxy Calydron is a plane of reality that transcends the entire Sailor Moon cosmos and even creates all potentials within it. The Sailor Moon cosmos is known to have numerous high dimensions, including 1 additional space dimension, which, as well as statements that suggest numerous time dimensions, such as statements of that being layers of time, and time being stated to be containing depths of space-time, which is a time key is needed to detect any particular point of space, as well as space-time corridor, a timeless rift that transcending concepts of distance and direction. Yes, transcending concepts of distance and direction. Now, this will likely be a dimension transcending the 4 dimensions of space and 3 dimensions of time, making Sailor Moon being complex multiversal. And she should be even more powerful than this, because after absorbing the Lambda power, she destroyed chaos with a single burst, reducing it to infinitely small without intending to. Whatever that means. Like, I don't know, infinitely small. I don't know what that means, but she was able to destroy chaos just like that. Casually. Making her casually complex multiversal, maybe even higher than that. Now, that's pretty much her scaling, right? You could get her to maybe reaching, to low hyperversal levels if she, because she casually did this attack and just, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much her scaling, right? That's pretty much her scaling. Now, in terms of speed, she should be massively faster than Light Plus, because even at her weakest, she should be superior to Luna, who along the Artemis, who came to the Sol system from another star system, and then just like that, like massively faster than Light Plus, right there. Even at her weakest. Now, like, what about her strongest? Now, okay, let's just get to her strongest then. Now, she should be vastly slower than Zoisite. These names are killing me. Zoisite, who is related to who was related to an avoided reflected moonlight after it was fired. Now, light in Sailor Moon has been shown to transcend time. Yes, light in this universe has been shown to transcend time on a large number of instances. However, it's unknown to properly, all of light. It is unknown if this is all of light, but they're shown that light can be this fast, and especially the light of the silver crystal. So, for instance, she is able to avoid a reflected moonlight, which is stated to transcend time. That's making her immeasurable speeds. That makes her have immeasurable speeds. Holy fucking shit. Like, girl, like, this is, look, this is note, right? This is note. Let this be noted. This is not Sailor Moon at her strongest. This is Sailor Moon when she's at least Super Sailor Moon. Yes. Super Sailor Moon, and she's even more powerful than this. Holy shit. So yeah, you get her immeasurable. That's pretty much it. Yeah, she's immeasurable in fucking speeds. Okay, like, yeah. Now, abilities. Oh boy. I'm telling y'all. There's a fuck ton of them. So I'm just gonna go over her most powerful ones. So she has the ability of immortality and resurrection, because as long as the crystal exists, all of the Sailor Senshi will reincarnate, or typically their temporary lives are incarnated to treat it as a temporary disguise for the Shinsi's eternal life across reincarnations. So yeah, they just come back no matter what. You can't just get rid of them, because as long as that thing exists, you can't get rid of them. So there's that. There's also the fact that she has auto transportation or teleportation and shields. Since she's the bearer of the crystal, the silver crystal, which is act independently of her to teleport away from danger and grow into a barrier to protect her, or just an energy just form around her. So yeah, just instantly just protects her no matter what if she's in danger. She can manipulate age. Holy shit. Holy shit, she can manipulate age. Oh no, she has resistance to age manipulation. Okay, and not like that matters here. Let's see what else she has. There was the fact that in the first episode she could turn anything to dust by throwing her tiara at people. So get you transportation, I don't know, it could be, but she can literally turn you into dust. Like, holy shit. There was the fact that she gets all blinding lights and destructive energy, can fire destructive beams of light reflected off the moonlight using moon twilight flash. So if she fires a beam of light at you, you have to be immeasurable in speed or to avoid it, otherwise you get vaporized. Holy shit. Yeah, she broken. This bitch is broken. Hold on. What else she got? She has the ability to teleport between dimensions. Can teleport others and them through dimensions. Shape shifting. Okay, because she can shapeshift to any person she wants. Let's see. She has precognition or clairvoyance. She get enchanted senses. Everybody has that nowadays. She can recreate magical items if they lost or destroyed, so like a creation ability. Sailor Moon's ultrasonic waves can destabilize and threaten an eternal dimension. So it's like spatial destruction. Like, what the fuck? Come on now. Like, does Goku have a chance here? Like, come on, bro. These ultrasonic waves can even affect non-physical, like, beings, especially ghosts. How does sound hit ghosts?
Goku and Jiren did shape an eternal void as well.
That is true. They did do that. With their clashes.
I'm not gonna say infinite because the mistranslation was supposed to be eternity, not infinite.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You could say the same thing with Highball Goku.
Right. This was a bit.
That light thing, if it hits you, like, you would need to be immeasurable. Just for the sake of the video on the highball I put Goku at, Goku should be chill with this, since I did highball in with immeasurable speed. Right.
If I highball Goku, you could get into immeasurable speeds. Otherwise, she's gonna just blast these attacks that Goku can't avoid. It's just like, what? Is that even fair? Like, is that even fair at all? Like, she just spam these attacks and it just fucking erase you. Like, that's just not fair. Sailor Moon is not a fair character, okay? She isn't. You just need someone that's stronger than her. Not even Sinbad for fucking what was it? Maggie. Now, I don't know how strong he is. He could be complex, multiversal, even higher. But if he is the same way, bro, he has to be immeasurable speeds or more. Like, this shit's fucking unfair. I don't know. I don't understand how Goku fans literally say that Goku washes his character. How? Like, all these hacks, I'm not even done with it. Like, she has fucking abilities that can resurrect people. She can resurrect her own self if she somehow dies. Wait, what? How can Goku deal with that? Oh yeah, Hakai. That's one thing. Yeah.
Goku could also resurrect himself too if he wants to be smart about it. Like, let's just say if his heart's in danger, he could throw up a piece of key in the air. So when he does get hit with the killing blow, he can, with that piece of key, fall down and save him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. If he's like, he can restart himself, right? Yeah, if he's smart about it, he can restart himself. But if you get erased, like...
Goku has resisted resistance erasure before.
But now a much powerful level...
I mean, you could argue that small portions of a Kai can reach that range, because small portions of a Kai are pretty powerful.
But Zeno's Hakai is like on a different
Zeno doesn't
level.
have Hakai. There's no statement surrounding he has Hakai or God of Destruction Key, so you cannot make that statement unless you have proof to back it up.
That is true. That's true. That is true. I don't know what kind of power he has, but
Zeno's existence erasure is probably different than God of Destruction erasure.
He's definitely more powerful. Like, it's definitely more powerful.
Definitely more powerful.
He could.
But even then, if you were to say, Goku has resisted small portions of a Kai, you can argue that he could overcome it. Like we did see Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta overcome God of Destruction's Topos Hakai.
Yeah. When
he had his Hakai wrapped around his body, and his basically all of his attacks, and he still was not erased.
Okay, gotcha.
And Beerus did state, and one of the times Vegeta was getting knocked back, that he did say, Vegeta, move out the way, you're gonna get erased. Vegeta punched through it.
Yeah, he did do that. He punched through it, but I don't know. Like, some people say, oh, he's just a candidate. That doesn't mean he's actually on the levels God of Destruction.
But it's still Hakai, though.
It is
Hakai
still, right.
Hakai. There's no statements surrounding levels of Hakai. There's no statements around that at all. So you cannot, again, make that claim and say Hakai is on a level 1 level when there's no proof or statements surrounding that there's levels of Hakai.
Exactly. People just don't understand.
So even then, if you were to argue that, Goku would probably do the same thing as Vegeta, considering that Goku in the current form in the manga is stronger than that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta who fought top.
Gotcha.
And again, I already explained why the reality warping won't work. And plus, to be fair, Goku Black did destroy the Super Dragon Balls, if you don't remember that.
Yep.
Which can reality warp on a higher level than the normal Dragon Balls.
That is true. It was kind of silly, but it happened.
It still happened.
Like, it still happened, yeah. It happened.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense in Dragon Ball, but it happens, and you have to take it.
Right.
With a grain of salt. That's what's up.
Okay, well,
And then Goku, if anything, Goku and Sailor Moon would eventually get stronger over time, fighting each other. So you can't really say that one will get stronger than the other with forms and stuff.
That is true, because astronomically, she would get stronger because, you know, the moon just makes her stronger.
I mean, every anime character gets strong in the mid-phase of battle, so
yeah, it's just everybody gets stronger in the mid of battle. It's like, oh, he gets stronger, they get stronger. Like, come on now.
Both would get strong. I would say, I don't know whose would be faster, but both. Goku would definitely get stronger, really fucking fast. Considering Goku can like fight people who were like destroyed on planet Vegeta, or who survived the destruction. Like, for example, Broly had a huge exponential growth.
Yeah, that is true. Like, it's the same fact for Sailor Moon's power, because the Silver Crystal can literally make her stronger from faith, resolve, and love. So pretty much, like, if the Silver Crystal is like infinite in power, right? It could give her infinite power, right? Is that the same thing? Because it will make her stronger infinitely over time.
And plus, Frieza states in the Namek arc that Saiyans have bottomless potential.
So this would be like them just getting powered up and more powered up.
The result to speed, hacks, and AP.
That is true. And according to her hacks, it's like she has a fuck ton of them. This is like, it's too many to like list. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's too many to list. She has too many abilities.
Goku would have resistance to some type of reality warping, existence erasure, mind manipulation, illusions, poison. He can resist outer space with his energy barriers. Like I explained, he can make a bubble around himself, and there he's chill. No air is gonna or still in his bubble, he should be fine.
Yeah, see, like this is gonna be. I don't know how this will go.
Goku can also I guess you can say he can also resist. He can also negate regeneration, considering how. Wait, what? Minty? Explain the reality warping. Is that what you're asking? If you do, I can real quick. Basically, the Dragon Balls can bring a wish into reality. For example, Bulma wishing. For example, there have been numerous occasions of resurrection. People wishing people to be alive. People erasing memories. People wishing to be immortal. People wishing to bring back destroyed universes. People wishing to cure sicknesses that cannot be cured by the best doctors in the world. Bringing back planets that were destroyed at least over 10 million years ago, making you the strongest in the universe, like we've seen. Basically, it can restore your energy and stamina, teleport people huge distances. It can even switch your mind from another. And can even we even seen that Goku and Broly were straight up punching reality and destroying it, and it can even grant unlocked potential and new forms, which we have seen in the recent movie of Dragon Ball Superhero. And there have been multiple occasions where Goku has resisted some of these requests, like Goku has resisted being brought back from death. Goku, I'm pretty sure, has resisted being teleported from another place, which was really far in the universe.
Okay. All right. Shit, I don't know how this will go. It could go either way.
Well, it was
like if you hypo Goku, it could go either way. That regeneration is so passive. So if he has like
with Goku, like you can regenerate like physical like damage. Like if you were to puncture a hole through like let's say a huge part of his goddamn body, he can regenerate.
Yeah, he got use that Gaki, right?
Yeah, it requires that, but it's still really good. It's really useful in a fight.
Okay. Well, there's the fact that even conceptually, she cannot die. Like she cannot die conceptually, because like she did die. Though it was heavily like negative affected by her star seed removed, because you know Galactica versus Beerus, right? That she can literally remove your concept of you. Yeah, that happened to her. But since the star seeds are one's identity and contains everything an identity is, the general effect of losing one star seed will be erased from existence, right? And
well, to be fair,
she just came back.
Well, to be fair for the Beerus vs. Galaxia, Beerus wouldn't have one since they're two different verses, correct? It's not like they're sharing the same verse.
Oh, but for some reason, you know how Dead Battle is. Oh, we gotta equalize the verse somehow. Just stupid. Yeah. Just stupid. But yeah, this
realistically, that ability wouldn't work on Beerus.
It should have. It should have, because we never see any conceptual resistances from Dragon Ball. Any of that.
No, what I'm saying is realistically it wouldn't work because Dragon Ball characters don't have seeds.
No, that's the thing. She creates the seed because she takes your identity of yourself. You're the concept of yourself and transfer it into a seed. That's what she does.
Well, wouldn't you need to prove that this would work on other verses?
I mean, that's the thing. If this is a versus battle, they're gonna equalize the verse somehow. Otherwise, it'd be like, okay, this thing will not work on this one, or the whole. Is Sailor
Moon a hacks character or a physical fighter? It would really.
They're kind of both. Like, in a way, they're kind of both. I think they're more hacksy than fighters, but like, Sailor Moon did fight Sailor Galactica around the entire cosmos in like seconds. They were just straight fighting each other like Dragon Ball Z, like, and they just fucking, yeah, they was fighting to the ends of the universe and stuff like that. You know, some goofy shit that just happened. But yeah, they kind of like in a way both ways. So yeah, I don't know how this will work.
If Sailor Moon would have more hatches than Goku, then they could work. But with Dragon Ball, as we see when characters are in the heat of battle, if you are like getting stronger with time, again you could resist the opponent's attacks. But I don't think that would be useful here because Sailor Moon also gets stronger in the midst of battle.
Right. I mean, there's you could argue this hack she has, if she gets it, if she pulls it off, is that when Sailor Moon inherited the power of the galaxy Coltron, she could create any possibilities, right, and erase anything of those possibilities. She could erase those possibilities, and causing their influence to disappear from space-time itself. So this even worked on Sailor Shinji, who has godly regeneration, right? And pretty much Chaos being a conceptual, non-existent being, it worked on him too. Like, how the fuck is Goku resisting that? That shit's bullshit.
Yeah.
That shit is bullshit. Like, her power is straight bullshit. How can Goku resist that? It worked on a conceptually non-existent being. If they're already non-existent and they get erased, how is that possible? Like, you see what I mean? Why Sailor Moon is just bullshit. Like,
wait, if they get erased?
Yeah, he got erased. Like, what? How? And look. Since he's like a conceptual non-existent being, the Galaxy Voltron being the transcendent realm that created all potential, and it worked on this person. What? How can it work on a non-existent being? That shit is... What? Like, Goku, how can Goku resist that? I don't see him resisting that. I like, what? Can somebody like help me here? Like, how is Goku resisting that? Like, what the fuck? If she get that hit in, it's over. Like, I don't see Goku getting around that. I really don't. Like, at least you have like an argument for it. I don't know.
What about like the like he shook an infinite nothing void or something?
Yeah, he did. Right, he did.
Void and infinite void.
Yeah, he shook the infinite void.
And
but then, I mean, if you want to
calculate
calculate that, yeah, if you want to put that into the feats of like, he shook the infinite void, but like, isn't that an unquantifiable thing? Or am I wrong?
How do you affect nothingness?
Yeah, that shit doesn't make sense. But who's the person that said that? Like, oh, he shook the infinite void. Who was the person that said that?
Android 18.
Android 18 said that?
Android 18 and Elder Kai.
Holy shit. You see, I mean, I could take Elder Kai's word before it, but Android 17, how would you know? Like, how would you know? How you not know this whole stadium is just getting shaked? Like, come on. But yeah, if you want to put that in, he shook the infinite void. She's literally erasing non-existence from space and time. We know Chaos is the big bad of the series. You know, it's going to destroy all the cosmos. She literally one-shots this dude. One-shots him. And he's a non-existent being. Explain. Like, explain that. Like, how? That shit is just straight bullshit. I don't think Goku's going to get around that. If this is like in the form of a blast, like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, I think Goku would probably be better in terms of AP with physical, but I think over time in the fight, the amount of attacks Sailor Moon has, and that when Goku has never shown resistances to them, at least some of them he does, but like most of them he really hasn't. So he would eventually get overwhelmed by these axes.
That is true. I believe that. Like, I'm thinking what I think is going to happen is that since she can literally make you infinitely small to the point of nothing, I don't know how she did this with Chaos and being a whole fucking, I don't know. If that
If you have some resistance to hacks before, but like
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He has resistance to hacks, but like this level of hacks, oh my god, bro! Like this, like I'm seeing like every time like a new arc happen, or like we see a hacks that happens and it affects Goku. We see him resist that hacks, right? And he becomes, you know, resistance to the hacks. But how the fuck does this count for Goku to resist something to reduce you to infinitely small, however she says in the manga? Just what? She couldn't make non-existing being small.
With Wank, or with highballing, you could argue Goku has meta miracle manipulation.
Oh, we're not gonna go with that. We're not gonna go with that. Oh hell no. If we really want to do that, then she has fate manipulation as well. Like, come on. Like, no. Meta fate manipulation. I don't think even everybody said that that's not the right term, because like if that was the case, he would have easily won all of his fights by himself, right? Like he would have won against well, let me get who's the example? Moro. I guess Moro by himself. I mean, he didn't, but you know, he needed help.
He did land the finishing blow.
Yeah, he did land the finishing blow, but he needed help. It was mainly Vegeta. It was mainly Vegeta and Oob. Yeah, Vegeta and Oob. It helped them get that finishing blow. So I don't know, man. It's just like this is not even the peak of her power. It isn't. It's not the peak of her power. What you crying for? Huh?
Yeah. We should have did Aurelian Soul.
Wait a minute. She can control history? Oh, this gonna be bad news, bro. It's gonna be bad news. She can control history. Oh, that shit is broken.
Oh my fucking god.
To be fair, when she did this, was she in character or was she like in a fight against someone evil?
She was fighting against someone that was evil, yes. So let me see what she says. Let me see what she says though. If you want to come here to me, what does it mean? I want to discard your life into the cauldron seas of beginnings and start a new. This is what? I want to start a new history of new heavily, bro. This isn't just the bad guys. She's going to literally reset the history of everybody, including Sailor Moon herself. How can she? What? Okay, can we just like? Yeah, Sailor Moon's banned from any. She's banned from any type of versus battle. She's banned. This bitch is broken. Wait, she got erased from space and time, and she regenerated. What? She can manipulate higher dimensions.
I think Goku would just get overwhelmed by his power.
Yeah, these hacks are fucking insane. I don't think he's gonna no. What, she fused with a non-existent being. What? So she's non-existent. Well, you see the shit I'm be talking about, Sailor Moon. This is why I don't make a video on her. Yeah, this is why I don't make a video on her. This is just straight bullshit.
I guess one other hack is that Goku, since he did learn some type of spirit control when he was on planet Yardrat, one of the Yardratians explained in the moral arc that there's a technique, or like if you use it like something like that. It's something like if you do it right, you can remove like people's like powers or something like that.
Oh, she got resistance to power manipulation.
Yeah, but Goku has never shown it still.
Damn, he never shown that? But, oh, fuck.
Nah, because Goku doesn't really rely on techniques.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's weird to put him up against characters with hacks. He does have hacks, but like he just never used. He has used them, but like he doesn't use them. Actually,
I don't think Goku would do anything to her. She has a higher dimensional physiology. She exists on a higher dimension. Will Goku even do anything against that? Oh, can he? I know he got the, you know, if you want to highball him, he has the power and you know, the attack potency, right? But she lives in an entire higher dimension that transcends everything. Was like, will that even do anything? In fact, how is she even fighting them? Like, like, how is she even fighting them? Like, she's coming to a lower dimension.
Goku was going to destroy, well, with Highball, with this statement, Goku was going to destroy the entire universe, which the other world was transcending above the living universe, which is infinite. Also, another fun fact, take this with a grain of salt, but you can argue that Goku and Jiren's battle was a hold up. It was something like a something. Let me look at the title card. I've seen people talk about this. They're like a little wank.
Oh, with the wank or wank.
Yeah, this is a just for the video. It was like a trans. Oh, okay. I will pull it up.
She has infinite energy. Holy fuck. Okay, well, you know, that's bullshit, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she could just tank attacks from Goku. And
Okay,
yeah, I don't think his Hawkeye will work here, because like she can regenerate like godly regeneration. Like, you can erase from space and time. Doesn't hockey literally erase you from existence, including all space and time?
hockey?
Yeah. Doesn't like
Hawkeye?
yeah, I mean the hockey, Hawkeye, yeah. Doesn't it erase you from like every point of time in space? Like your existence?
Did it erase you from like other timelines?
Yeah, doesn't it erase you like from every timeline? Because it is erasing you from existence, right? So like, doesn't that mean
no?
It doesn't. Somebody argued that. Says like, oh, it erased you.
Because Zamasu was still alive.
That is true, but he had the time ring, didn't he? Then wasn't that negating it?
Zamasu didn't. Goku Black only had the time ring.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then yeah.
Remember the other Zamasu? I only erases you from that timeline.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Anything if a character dies, it makes a new timeline. So when Beerus killed Zamasu, it made another timeline.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Well, I don't know how. Shit, how's Goku handling this?
I think Goku will fight Sailor Moon. I think they will fight for a bit, but eventually, if Sailor Moon does decide to use her hacks, Goku would just be overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think so. Especially, I mean, you can still use blinding attacks, right? Against Goku. Does that still working? What? Like
blinding?
Yeah, blinding lights. Like, you know, you like the solar flare, for instance. It can still affect you, right?
Depends.
It depends how bright it is?
Because if Goku were to predict that you're going to use an attack that's going to blind him, he will just instant transition out of there. He has shown to do that before.
Oh, okay. So
actually, even then, when he was hit with the solar flare, he was shown to still keep on moving. I don't know if you remember, but there was one episode in Dragon Ball Super where it was Beerus in the costume, and Goku wanted to fight because he thought it was Monaka.
Yeah.
And Beerus had to pretend to be Monaka, and Krillin basically did a solar flare and kept on moving towards Beerus.
I thought he did that to stop Goku, right? Or I forgot what episode.
Goku was still moving.
That's true. He got started for a second, but then he kept moving. But for this instance, like, okay, where you think he's gonna use instant, you know, transmission out of there, right?
Well, he can move instantaneously, so yeah, I was figure.
So how would you feel if that she can use the entire moon to illuminate the entire planet?
Well, Goku can sense when an opponent is using a planet as their advantage. For example, characters like Moro who use planets as an advantage for attacks or techniques, Goku has been able to predict this and try to avoid it, which he has on some occasion.
Oh, but are we gonna forget that the moonlight moves like immeasurably? Like,
well, Goku with high ball is immeasurable.
That is true, but he could be like, "Oh shit." Wait, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to just destroy the moon and be like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing this."
And if he does, he will probably destroy it pretty quick.
And then she'll be like, "Oh, you did not destroy my moon." Like, you did not destroy my moon. You know what? It's time to shrink you infinitely.
I think Sailor Moon is just gonna overwhelm him with her.
Yeah, I think yeah, she's gonna overwhelm him. It's just like I don't think Goku can handle some resistances, but overall it's too much. It's far too much. And for those who actually watching say, "Oh, Goku stomps to it easily," come on now, we literally highballing him at the highest he can be right now, canonically.
No, I'm not. No, canonically, you can highball him way higher.
Yeah, you can.
And be because I'm not going into all that.
You get him higher, and this is like, yo, Sailor Moon.
No, like I've seen people highball into like boundless canonically.
Boundless.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Goku is
but I'm not touching on that.
Yo, oh my God.
Goku is all hail Goku.
All right. Yeah.
I think he would just get overwhelmed by her acts.
Yep. I think get overwhelmed, but Sailor Moon wins, but like it isn't like with how should do it, like mid diff, high diff, like
mid diff.
Yeah, mid diff.
Goku would put up a fight.
All right, mid diff then. Yep, mid diff. Yeah.
But if I wasn't highballing Goku when he's Kaguya-no multiversal, then she would just completely stomp him.
Oh yeah, she completely
with your logic. You said, I don't know if this is factual, concrete,
right? So yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You should have liked, subscribe, and just let me know if y'all want Sailor Moon versus Saiyan. All right, because that's gonna be nothing but cancerous hexes going everywhere. Oh, he could do this, or she could do this. Like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. But like, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, you want to say anything? Last minute word.
Listen to Donda.
You said what?
Good album. Listen to Donda. Good album. Kanye.